Good afternoon, class. As you guys know, I'm continuing my Flask-Security presentation, and I want to complete an application demo in order to show you the functionalities of Flask, SQL Alchemy, and the Flask-Security. I started with importing these different packages, SQL Alchemy, Flask-Security, Flask, others I went over. I created the application, and it is necessary for a secret key. It is important that the secret key is unique, as it is important for security, and you wouldn't want that to get in the wrong hands. I also need a security salt password, which is used to safeguard passwords. This is a cryptography concept where random data is used to hash data and password hashing and more. This is required by bcrypt, so in order for the functionality to result, you need this salt key. I continued connecting to the database. As I mentioned before, SQLite is the in-house database of SQL Alchemy. Therefore, that's what we'll be using for our purposes. I also needed a connection and engine validation function, which validates different inputs and makes sure that they are correct. Going into the application, there are two different classes I created. The role, which is one user that has certain capabilities within their account, and there's also the user role, which is obviously the user of the application. Next, setting up the actual Flask-Security. This is used to store the data, the user data store I created, and is implemented within the security. Next, I wanted to create a user that we could test, and for our purposes, just something to see how it works. And I continued with a route that would show me the results of the login procedure. So I'm going to see how it looks. As you guys can see, I'm already in my presentation directory, and I already have the files in there. I'm going to do setx class.app app.py, and then I'm going to do flask run. Go to localhost. As you can see, it looks pretty good. This is the page. So let's try to see if it works. You guys remember from my code, I commented out one line. So as you can see, this user does not exist. I use a different email, and I'm going to misspell the password, see if it lets me log in, and it does not. So I'm going to type in the real password. Here, remember me if I would like. Log in, and there you go. Now, if I wanted to obviously populate the field more, I would create a new data store and create a new user. So we're going to go back to the terminal. And do that same thing again. Flask run. And that'll open up my local host. And now, as you can see, this one also works as well now.